Many events have catalytic effects on the course of history. Quite a few, nevertheless, has potential to alter the course of history. Contemporary world has witnessed a series of such events which have dual effects on the conventional flow of history, capable of changing its way as well as escalating its momentum. The epochal event of 9/11 is one of them. Relations among nations changed, new foes emerged. Friendly nations turned out to be either enemies or friendlier than ever as a consequence of the collapse of World Trade Twin Towers in the United States. Hardly a few events transformed fabric of the world polity in such a way that 9/11 had done. Most of them were not captured by media. Thus only narrated history could encompass their gravity. But 9/11 occurred when media were constructing realities of the world. But this time, it were Muslims and Islam that became easy prey for the global media. Media relentlessly chewed the fodder put up for hate mongers. Seemingly operating as distinct organizations, they are all chasing the same objective, that is demonizing Muslims and Islam. Quite recently, millions of dollars have been spent on mounting hate against Muslims living in the United States, Europe, and Australia. However, United States has emerged as leading one in making lives of the Muslims a hell on the land of diversity that claims freedom as its hallmark. Council of American Islamic Relations categorizes U.S. Islamophobia network groups into two groups. Number one, inner core, whose primary purpose is to promote prejudice against or hatred of Islam and Muslims, and whose work regularly demonstrate Islamophobic themes. Two, outer core, groups whose primary purpose does not appear to include promoting prejudice against or hatred of Islam and Muslims, but whose work regularly demonstrates or supports Islamophobic themes. In this episode, we shall shed some light on the inner core only. American Freedom Defense Initiative. This is a project of Pamela Geller and Robert Spencer, key figures in anti-Islam circles. American Freedom Law Center. This center was co-founded in 2012 by David Yerushalmi and Robert Moyes to defend our nation's Judeo-Christian heritage in courts. Yerushalmi often acts as the U.S. Islamophobia Network's legal counsel. American Islamic Forum for Democracy. This is embedded with groups that are dedicated to spreading false information, fear, and distrust of Islam and Muslims. Americans for Peace and Tolerance. A Boston-based Americans for Peace and Tolerance is a hate group dedicated to undermining mainstream Muslims institutions and promoting Islamophobia within the media. Bare Naked Islam. This attempts to rebrand the Islamophobia movement as an exercise in political correctness. According to their website, the religion of peace is a concept the West is eager to embrace, all in the name of political correctness, and that Islam is protected by shelter of religious freedom. The site regularly features discussions promoting violence against Muslims. Center for Security Policy. This is a think tank based out of Washington, D.C., that states that its mission is to identify challenges and opportunities likely to affect American security. Its founder, Frank Gaffney, is a conspiracy theorist and key propagandist for the U.S. Islamophobia Network. Center for the Study of Political Islam. It is a think tank founded by Bill French, who also goes by the alias Bill Warner. The think tank's mission is to educate the world about political Islam, its founders, its political doctrine, and its God. Citizens for National Security. This is a Florida-based organization, and its tax returns, in fact, are related with the Friends of Intelligence Practitioners. Its largest program appears to be document briefings of which Sharia law, what you need to know, is the one. Clarion Project. This is a shadow non-profit group distributing anti-Muslim propaganda films such as Obsession, Radical Islam's War Against the West, and the Third Jihad, Radical Islam's Vision for America. David Horowitz Freedom Center. The Southern Poverty Law Center, a group that tracks hate movements in the United States, labels Horowitz the godfather of the modern anti-Muslim movements. Florida Family Association. This was founded in 1987 by David Catton, has pressured companies and courts to adhere to anti-Muslim practices. Despite operating only in Florida, it has garnered national attention. Former Muslims United. This is a group of allied Muslim converts that have used fake titles and persons to spread biases of Islam. Forum for Middle East Understanding. The group's website includes headlines such as Muslim will invade the Vatican and try to destroy the Roman Catholic Church, and demons have possessed Muslims and they are doing horrific and cruel massacres. Investigative Project on Terrorism. This project on terrorism, founded and operated by Steve Emerson, claims to investigate the activities and finances of radical terrorist group, but it makes all of Islam culpable. Jihad Watch. This is the primary internet vehicle for Robert Spencer, who is one of the most prominent anti-Islam figure in the United States. The site is funded by David Horowitz Freedom Center, which lists Spencer as an employee. Middle East Forum. According to its website, the Middle East Forum works to define and promote American interest in the Middle East and protect Western values from Middle Eastern threats. The group's founder and director is Daniel Pipe, also known as the grandfather of Islamophobia in the United States. Middle East Media Research Institute. On its website, it claims to bridge the language gaps between the West and the Middle East by translating Arabic, Persian, Urdu and other languages into English. Their translations have been widely criticized for inaccuracy and inflammatory misrepresentation. PamelaGaller.com. The blog of Pamela Galler, who has been described as the caustic mouthpiece for the Islamophobic movements. Straight Way of Grace Ministry. According to this group's website, the goal of Straight Way of Grace Ministry is twofold. The first is to expose Islam for what it is, and yes, it is worse than a cancer. Founder Osama Doc believes the day will come and Muslims in America will have the upper hand, and they will kill your children for not eating what it is liked, for nothing eating the lawful foods. Stop Islamization of Nations. This works internationally to promote Islamophobia, using speakers from diverse racial, religious, and ethnic backgrounds to create an illusion of tolerance. Understanding the Threat. This is a consultation and training group founded by former FBI agent John Gondolo. In his training materials, Gondolo refers to America's mosques and Islamic centers as barracks and falsely claim it is a permanent command in Islam for Muslims to hate and despise Jews and Christians. United West. Its stated goal is to unite Western countries against Islam. The organization's goals are unabashedly and openly anti-Muslim.